Okay, number 3. Charlie's getting ready to celebrate his 13th birthday and he wants to have a party. Chuck E. Cheese charges a $50 fee for a birthday party and $5.50 for each person. Zap Zone charges $80 for a birthday party and $3 for each person. After how many people would it be cheaper for Charlie to have his party at Zap Zone? Okay, Charlie would much rather go to Zap Zone than Chuck E. Cheese. And so he's trying to figure out how many kids can he invite so that Zap Zone's cheaper. So there's the question. So what's the question? After how many people would it be cheaper for Charlie to have his party? How many people can Charlie invite? So we'll use the letter P for number of people. Number of people that Charlie can invite. Okay, so he's trying to decide whether to go to Chuck E. Cheese's or Zap Zone. And he wants Zap Zone to be cheaper. So we want Chuck E. Cheese to be greater than Zap Zone. We want Zap Zone to be less, so that means we want Chuck E. Cheese to be more. If Zap Zone is less, is cheaper, then Chuck E. Cheese's is more. Okay, how much is it going to cost at Chuck E. Cheese's? First, he's going to have to pay $50. They want $50. Then they even want more than that. They want $5.50 for each person. So $5.50 times P for each person. Now at Zap Zone, they want $80 right off the bat. $80 right off the bat. And that doesn't even matter if anybody comes. And then they even want more than that. They want $3 per person. Okay, so Chuck E. Cheese's is going to charge you $50 just for the room, and then $5.50 per person. Zap Zone's going to charge you $80 just for the room, and $3 a person. And the arrow's pointing to Zap Zone because we want Zap Zone to be smaller than Chuck E. Cheese's. All right, here we go. Hopefully you notice there are, so that's your inequality. So hopefully you notice there are the variables on both sides. So let's subtract $5.50. Actually, that's not a good decision. Let's subtract 3p from both sides. Subtract 3p. Alright, so that'll leave me 50. And then I need $5.50 minus $3. That's $2.50 p is greater than 80. Subtract 50 from both sides. And you get 250p is greater than 30. And then you're going to divide by 250 on both sides. So 30 divided by 250. And that ends up P is greater than 12. Okay, so what did the letter P stand for? It stood for the number of people. So the number of people that Charlie can invite is more than 12 if he wants Zap Zone to be cheaper. So Charlie needs to invite more than 12 people. Charlie needs to invite more than 12 people. And if he does invite more than 12 people, then Zap Zone will be cheaper. Okay, and so he'll save his parents some money, and plus he'll get to go to Zap Zone instead of Chuck E. Cheese. Alright, let's try one more. Let's skip down and do number 5. Tickets to the Toledo Mud Hens games are $12 each, and season tickets are $3.96 for the same type of seat. Parking is $5 per game. How many times do you have to use the season pass for the total cost of the season ticket option to be less than the total cost of the individual game ticket option? Okay, woo! So apparently you like to go to the Mud Hen game. You're trying to decide whether to buy season tickets or not. So find the question. Here it is. And the question is, how many times do you have to use the season pass? How many times do you have to actually go to the game? All right? So let's use T. T's look like pluses sometimes. Let's see here. I guess we'll use T for how many times you have to go. T stands for number of times you go to the game. Number of times you go to the game. Okay, number of times you go to the game. So you're trying to decide, should you buy season tickets or not? Okay, so we're comparing just regular going to the game, regular tickets, to season tickets. And we want, how many times do you have to use the season pass for the total cost of the season ticket option to be less than? Okay, so we want the season tickets, let's switch the season tickets to be less. So the arrow should point to season tickets. Alright, we want season to be less, so we should point to that. Regular is going to be more than. Alright, so regular ticket. What's a regular ticket cost? Let's see, it says it in the first sentence. They're $12 each. So $12 for each ticket. Now when you go to the game, you have to pay for parking. You have to pay for parking. And parking is going to be $5 per game. You're going to have to pay for parking every time you go. So $12 for the ticket plus parking. And your parking you got to pay every time. So every time you go, you got to pay for parking. So you're buying a ticket. It's $12 every time you go, and you're paying for parking, $5 every time you go. Okay, that's the regular season price, which is probably going to be more expensive than your season tickets, because otherwise you wouldn't buy the season tickets. So the season tickets are $396. Now that's not $396 every time you go. It's just $396 once. But every time you go, you have to pay for parking every time you go. So the $396 you don't pay every single time. Good grief, no one would buy that ticket. You pay $396 just once, and you get to go as many times as you want, but you also have to pay for parking. Alright, let's solve this. So that's your inequality. That's the inequality, and here we go, we'll solve it. On this side we have like terms, 12t plus 5t, 17t is greater than 396 plus 5t. We have variables on opposite sides, so let's take care of that. Minus 5t from both sides of the inequality symbol. That gives me 12t is greater than 396. And now I'm going to divide both sides by 12. And 396 divided by 12 is 33. T is greater than 33. So T is how many times I go to the game. So if I want season tickets to be a deal, if I want the season tickets to be less than the regular, make that a deal, then I need to go how many times? More than 33 times. If I'm not going to go more than 33 times, I shouldn't buy the season pass. So I need to attend the game. So I need to go to the games more than 33 times. Wow, I'm skipping some words here. Sorry about that. I need to go to more than 33 games. If I'm not going to go to more than 33 games, then I should not buy the season tickets. It's not worth my money. It's only worth it if I go to a lot of games. All right, I hope this is helpful. Good luck.